Hey everybody, Brian the Wild Armenian, rat rod carport builder, mechanic, real estate investor, retired old fart, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for lunch. Switched it up. And yeah, I have a video about something that's been bugging me. I've been watching some YouTube videos on other retirement channels, and I Googled this on Google, and they said about retirement that, and according to Google, 50% of retirees do not have enough money to live on or retire on. And that means 50% of Americans on retirement are poor. And and you know what bugs me about this, and this is Google. We can trust Google, right? They own YouTube, and I don't mean to be picking on Google, but I mean, I'm just driving off of this one information I got on Google, and everybody, Reuters and everybody else have their investigations and everything. And I really haven't really found much on this, except Google was one and a couple other videos I've watched. And on that 50%, am I in that 50%? Hmm. Last year in 2024, I made $19,728. That's on my income. That's on my income tax, my Social Security. That's what I get. Okay. It comes to $1,600.40 a month, which I calculated is $19,728. Hope I did the math right, which I'm sure I did. And so that was in 2024. So if you go by the current rate of inflation, the rents out there are crazy. I mean, there's rent $2,000 a month on rent or even mortgage payments that my little measly $1,640 don't even touch. So yeah, it looks like I'm sleeping under the bridge on that $19,000 a year. Let's just say 19,000. So yeah, and if you look at it that way, I probably fall under that 50% then, I guess. Because I don't make as much as I did with my job, obviously. I'm making an eighth on Social Security, which I was making income from my job, of course, and that's the whole thing. I knew that going into that, and that's the main thing too. People that are new in retirement need to look at this, and when you go, you have to have a plan. You've got to realize you're not going to make that much money. No kidding. I mean, if you're making 70, 80,000 a year, and you're going to make an eighth of what you on your Social Security benefits, and hopefully by then you figure it out. You have things paid off for, your home, your cars. You have money in the bank and investments. And that's the way to do it. Unfortunately, some people don't have it, and then unfortunately, some of them have to retire, and fortunately, they do survive and they get by. So, they they put this, I don't know. I think some people just do things to make news, just like some people do things to make videos. How about that, Brian? But that's the truth, 50%. Okay, that's a broad number. 50%. Half of the people on retirement are just downright poor, living in the soup line, and living under the tent. No. What they're not taking in consideration, maybe, is how many of that 50%, most of them are baby boomers, of course, and I would think, and so a lot of them have their homes paid off for, they have investments. So how many, they don't have the percentage of that. And none of them are going to tell you how much they have. I don't blame them. It's none of anybody's business. So all anybody's doing is when they get these figures, I think they're just getting them from ether, coming up with that, making it up, or just going by the I don't say tax roll, but the benefit rolls that the Social Security department gives out, and they go by the stats on that. They take stats and charts, and they go, okay, this is what people usually make. I think the average of people making, I think, on $25,000 on an individual on Social Security, excuse me. So 25,000 above, you have to pay taxes on. Now, if jointly it's 32,000 and above, you have to pay taxes. President Trump is trying to work on getting to where you don't have to pay taxes on any of that, and that's good. Of course, now I fall under that. I fall under $25,000 a year. Like I said, I'm only making $19,728 my benefits on Social Security. That's what I get, which comes out well, this is last year. I had a COLA raise, but so it came out to $1,640 a month that I would get from Social Security. So, okay, then I fall under that 50%. Wow. Don't send me any money. And I'm not going to the soup line, but that's what I'm saying. I can just see these charts. They got all these charts, but there's a guy called Paul Harvey. I don't know, and I want to hear comments on that. He used to say, and the rest of the story. You'd get these headlines, at the day, and they didn't have internet, back in that day when he was around. But this and that happened, But and then later on, 2 months later, he'd tell you the rest of the story. So I don't know. There's a lot of young people going, "Who's Paul Harvey?" But that's what I'm saying. A lot of things fall into the cracks of these percentages, and I think people just make videos and news organizations just make enough content for their viewers out there. So and it's the old game, I guess, and that's the way it goes. It's just like, I'm going to make a silly little thumbnail, and I'm going to try to attract you, and hopefully you listen to my videos and you give me a thumbs up and view my videos and like me. I enjoy doing this, and that's all right. And I try to be as transparent as I can, because there's a guy named Sean Hannity. He has a Sean Hannity show, and I like what he says. If you're not going to be truthful, people are not going to want to talk to you. Unfortunately, though, some people just like doom and gloom, and I noticed that on a lot of videos. If I put something like, "I'm going to kill myself," I'd probably get 1 million views. I'm not going to do that crazy crap. But unfortunately, it's sick. Some people, I don't know. And I'm not about that. I'm not going to do stupid things like that, and I'm not going to, I guess, sell my soul for less, and that's it. And I'm just going to be true to myself. To thy own self be true, and that's important, and that's so true. So on these things, I'm not going to get bent up, out of shape, and I don't care if you think I'm poor or not. I don't care if I don't have nothing to prove. I'm at the age, and I found this to be true. And I want to hear comments from, especially a lot of you seniors out there. I get to that I'm losing my filter. I just tell people what I think, Used to be I wouldn't do that. And I've noticed people, especially when they get I'm 66, but especially when they get over 70, they just tell you what they think about you, and they don't hold back, My mom was like that too. So, hey, there's a lot of things important today. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, my wife, my kids, my family, I love them, my friends, and you folks. Oh, my country. Yeah, God bless America. And you folks, by all means, please, by all means, take good care of yourself. God bless you.